What's up, everyone? I wanted to do a Dragapult EX deck list. I have recently, well, not recently, a year and a half ago, started playing the Pokemon TCG, and I go to my local hobby store in Hamilton, Card Merchant, Gaming DNA, and the like, and I've started playing. So I want to do a deck list, and I want to start filming my games to get good and get better at the game. And you guys can point out all the misplays I make, and I'm actually serious about when I say that, because I want to get better. Here's Badoo. I run 2 in my Dragapult. Reason being is that I want to play the game. I want to item lock, going second preferably. I choose second. And it's going to give me a consistency of starting it. And if I prize one, I can go ahead and start playing and item locking, going second preferably. That's the way I like to play Dragapult EX, the BDIF, best deck in format at the moment. 4 Dreepy, very standard. Got to run 4. Here is the draw engine of Dracloak, broken card. Absolute amazing deck, this one. We're running 3 Dragapult EX. This is the main attacker. This is the guy. 200 to the active and 60 to the bench. I do want to run 2, but I'm scared of prizing 2 or one of them even, and you just want to get into it when you need to get into it. I run not 1 but 2 monkey. I tried to run 1. This is the list I currently am running, and I'll get into detail why over the weekend. We had an event. There's Monkey Dory, 2. In case I prize one, it's an absolute necessity to spread on the bench for that. We're getting into my techs that I'm currently running for the meta. So this is just more draw, and my later cards will show why I need more draw. This makes my deck a lot more, in my opinion, broken, being able to just have ultimate draw and my flexibility on what I want to do. My tech for the current meta is actually Shaman. I don't want to play this card. It seems like a bit of a, without swearing, like a wussy card, if that makes sense. It's sort of like a defensive thing. It can, you can start with it, which sucks, and can go on the active, but you got to retreat it and it takes space on the bench, and there's a lot of matches where you don't need it, but there is some specific matches like Slow King, Starmie, and the like, Mega Greninja, that can they can just wipe your board, and this stops it from happening. So this was a tech that I put in. Standard in most decks, this card can absolutely brick you, which I'll talk about later. Obviously if you start with it, but if not, you get to you get to draw a supporter, and it can actually win you games by being able to draw a boss and the like. I love this card. It's a SIR, Pheasantipity EX, and you draw 3 when you get hit. Again, I mean, if you start it, you can go into Cruel Arrow and start sniping the bench, but it's just it's just a necessity for decks, to be honest. Well, in this deck, everybody runs it. Now I'm going to go into that's the Pokemon. That's the Pokemon sorted. I'll leave it there. We're going to go into supporters now. So we got Lily's. This Lily's Determination. It's just such an amazing card. So we're going to run 4 of them. Almost every deck runs these. That's great. And I actually like this. These are from the prize packs, and it's like hollow. I like it better than the full art. I run sort of a mid-rarity. Not too many SIRs, but I like the mid-rarity, like you even see here with my typical. I pick up the Pokeball, but I even have like the Dracloaks are actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a Master Ball. I don't run the full art version. I love sort of mid-rarity of things. Anyway, back to the supporters. Crispin, I run 3 Crispin. I do know people run Rosa, but I want consistency. I want to be able to, the more simple I make my decks, as a simple man myself, the better it is. I just want to like have a straight line of what I need to do to get my prize cards. We've got 3 Boss. That's pretty standard. I wouldn't go to 2. 4 is probably too much. 2 Risky Ruins. A lot of people are running Watchtower. The reason why I don't want to run Watchtower is because I just don't want to shut off this guy, and I don't want to shut off, obviously, this guy. So We don't want to be, well, I don't want to be chucking that down. I'll go into my item cards now. I might have to move this over a little bit. It's getting a bit messy. Whoops, hit the camera. Buddy Poffin, we're going to run 4 of them. Love this full art. Standard in most decks. Just want to play the game. My youngest son is pretty funny. He calls this 2 bits of bread, that card. Got 4 Pokepads. This is the newest full art that I've purchased, which is really cool. We got 4 of them. It definitely helps Dragapult being able to get into your Dracloak. You can get your Shaman, you can get your Monkey Dory. You can set up and evolve your Dunsparce. Very nice. This is my favorite card in my deck. Funnily enough, it's the Ultra Ball. I just love the look of them. I really like the gold. I pulled the Golden S-Ball out of a pack. RIP, because that's out of rotation, but that's like randomly my favorite in the deck. I just love the way it looks. I run 2 Night Stretcher. I know 3 would be good. I don't have room for it, and reason being is my energy count in the Crispin, which you'll see soon. This is another tech card. A lot of Pults are not running rare candy. This card honestly surprises so many people because Pult doesn't run candy anymore. Most people want to go slow with Badoo and just obviously trade, not trade. They want a recon directive to look at 2, pick 1 card off Dracloak. So you really want to sit there evolved. But this card can really surprise people and make or break games at the end when they think you're out and about. And I'll get into it as well with the Crispin and the candy mixed. Yeah, I'll do that now actually because I'm talking about it. We're going into a high count of energy due to hammers. Another reason why is hammers. This, some people can hammer me and they think I'm out the game. Turns out I run 4 Psychic. And I also run 4 Fire. I realize this deck is looking like a bit of a mess right now, but that's all good. And I've got 2. Oh, there's a sneak peek of the tech, another tech card. Just the 2 dark. I would like 3, but the way it runs, it seems to, I don't run into any issues just running 2 because I got the 4/4 and I got the 2 Night Stretcher. Here's the secret tech, the secret sauce, the secret goo of my deck. This is, funnily enough, which I didn't see any of recently, really, but it is a apples counter. So this thing can basically, when they try and hit you, the festival lead deck, when it goes to hit you again, it does so much damage, but it blows the energy off, and then they hit you again, and it doesn't count. And then obviously it just starves people of energy, whether it be Dragapult or any other deck in the format at the moment. It's just the only thing that can stop it is obviously Tool Jammer, the Stadium. But apart from that, people do not expect this because everybody's running hammers. And I'll get to why I don't run hammers in a second after I show my ace spec. And everybody is running this in their Dragapult. There's no surprise. I would love to run Hero's Cape, but there's no disruption. As you can see, I'm not running Judge. I'm not running red card, special red card, whatever it is. So it's just unfair stamp. Now, I'm not running hammer. I was running hammer, but I found hammer quite frustrating. The percentage of hit rate on that thing, it's a feels bad card. I wanted consistency as of late. I wanted my Dragapult matchups just to be as simple as possible, and I like pretty much meat and potatoes is what I'd call it. Consistency over everything, and just a simple way to get from A to B as possible. And this, for me, is the best. It's been the best way possible. I wanted to do a bit of a tournament recap on the Hobbycon tournament that I went along to with my son. It was so sick. Match 1, I went against Pulp Mirror. This was pretty crack up. Shout out to Cooper. He plays like the Moltres Hammers list. Yeah, I like mouth start. Screenshot up here of like a portrait photo in a landscape medium. I hate it. I wasn't actually expecting to do a video, so I have a pet hate for that. But here it is. It's a mouth start. Oh man, it was horrible. Into straight brick. I think I had a Crispin and an Energy, and I went turn 2, and then I just scooped, and it was like GG's. Had a bit of a chuckle about that one. Reset myself, went into Alakazam. I actually forgot I played Alakazam. I couldn't remember this matchup, hence the the mistake here, and I couldn't even remember the matchup. I had to talk to my son about it. But yeah, no real recollection of that. It just went real smoothly. Online, when I play on ladder, I actually find Alakazam quite difficult, so somehow I got through it. No real feedback on that, unfortunately. Match 3, I went into Slowking. Whoops, hit my camera. My Shaman Tech came into play, and I managed to just... he said he sort of misplayed, but I think the Shaman put him at sort of... made him had to think outside the box, and it sort of mucked him up a little bit. So I think, yeah, my tech worked, so I was glad that the tech that I put in there helped. Match 4 was Cereledge. I wiped the board with this guy pretty quick. What was weird about it, though, I had to call Judge at the end of the game, even though I was about to win, like, on the next turn anyway. But, yeah, a fellow player noticed that he had dropped a card, and that's like a DPL, if not an automatic game loss for having a dropped card. It's like seen as cheating, even though the dude wasn't cheating. I do believe he just accidentally dropped the card, but it is what it is. The people around me, as well as the judge, wanted me to, call Judge, and I did, and it is what it is. The guy got a game loss, but I swept. I did like a 4-prize turn. I knocked something out, and then I did a 4-prize turn after that, because the way you just boss, it's 270 HP on a Cereledge. And my son was playing it, so I have experience of playing it and playing against it. And I basically just spread my damage 200, and then I bossed, monkeyed, and then 4-prize turn. So I was about to win that anyway. And then I went into Teal Mask, and this was a bit of a breeze as well. No offense to my opponent, just the way it worked out. And then I went into the lunch break, and here is a screenshot. I was feeling so good at this moment. I had some sushi for lunch with my son sitting in the sun. I think I did another photo here. I'm saying screenshot, but you get what I mean. A photo. So there's some photos I'm putting up. And we sat in the sun, reset ourselves, and went in for myself an ass kicking. I basically went in 4-1, real like happy as. I was happy not to go 0-3 drop and things. I was actually sitting quite pretty. I was really happy with my performance, no matter what was going to happen from here. But yeah, unfortunately, I went into a Dragapult Teal Mask deck where I've never played against Dragapult before, like ever, not once. And it does a weird thing where it like heals the bench, or it heals things. So I definitely did a misplay where I like bossed. I just wanted to get prizes to get cards in my hand, and I for some reason I bossed a Meowth and hit the Meowth out, and that was just like the worst play too early on. You only ever do that if it's like for game at the end for last 2 prizes, and it just enabled him to have the cards he needed. And he actually spoke to me after and said he got real lucky with the Meowth, with pulling the Meowth. He had 2, and he managed to find his second Meowth, and said he only won because of that, because of my fan. It was moving his energy around. Yeah, it was actually quite interesting, but I definitely misplayed that. I definitely know I could have won that, but it is what it is. He said, yeah, that was his own words. He had luck on his side. And Game 7, this was a Pult mirror. Pult was my dreaded, funnily enough, because I'm playing it, I feel a little bit out of control, and this is where I need a little bit of help moving forward. I'm hoping to do some content going to hobby, filming my matches, so if you see anything that I'm doing, or you can see something I can improve with, I'm definitely, like, in person, have a chat to me, or like drop it in the comments and let me know my misplays. Like, this is a big reason why I would like to do this channel with playing, and I can sort of critique myself, because sometimes I don't remember what happens in matches. And if you want to get better, I think you need to film yourself, film your games, and then get some sort of like feedback on it. But Dragapult Mirror I find quite hard. I remember she red carded me. She had hammers which were hitting. Every hammer she did, it hit my energy. I was managing to get it back, but it meant that when I was crispining, or using Crispin, or using an energy, I wasn't able to set up 2 monkeys. And she stamped me immediately after my stamp, where I did a thing where I did something where I spread damage, and I knocked out her Dracloak, but I probably shouldn't, because it activated, and I did it after stamp, so I activated her Fez, and then she drew more cards into her hand. and then she stamped me back. So yeah, this was a close game. I had game on next turn, and then she just bossed my Meowth, and it was all over. But yeah, it was probably one of the, even though I lost it, it was probably the best game of the day. And I talked to her afterwards. She lost the next game, and she was out. But it was just cool. Like, all my opponents were really cool. They were really chill. Like, the vibe was really cool there. The whole event was awesome. I'll put this down now, but yeah, I was really happy to go that far in the tournament, and yeah, really happy on how things went. It was cool seeing everyone there. The vibe was awesome. I could do that every weekend. Like, honestly, it was just so Moorish. It was so fun. Anyways, that's for me. That's it from me. I'm hoping in the next video I head to Hobby and I just like record some of my matches. I'll catch you on the next step. Peace.